Welcome! Today, we're diving into the world of voucher programs. You may have heard the term before, but what exactly is a voucher program? In simple terms, it's a system where individuals receive a certificate or coupon called a voucher that can be exchanged for goods or services. These programs are often used by governments, businesses, or organizations to help people access specific products or services, such as education, housing, or food. Throughout this video, we'll break down how voucher programs work, their benefits, and some real-world examples. Let's get started by understanding the basics. A voucher is essentially a certificate or coupon that represents a certain value. It can be used instead of cash to pay for specific goods or services. For example, a food voucher might allow someone to buy groceries at participating stores, while an education voucher could be used to pay for tuition at approved schools. Vouchers are usually issued by an authority, such as a government agency or a private company, and come with rules about where and how they can be used. This makes them a targeted way to provide support or benefits to individuals. Voucher programs operate through a simple process. First, an organization or government identifies a need like helping families afford school or food. They then issue vouchers to eligible individuals. These vouchers can be redeemed at participating providers, such as schools, grocery stores, or landlords. The provider accepts the voucher as payment and later gets reimbursed by the issuing authority. This system ensures that support goes directly to those who need it, and funds are used for their intended purpose. Voucher programs come in many forms, each designed to address a specific need. Some common types include education vouchers, which help families pay for private or alternative schools, housing vouchers, which assist with rent payments, and food vouchers, which can be used to buy groceries. There are also healthcare vouchers, transportation vouchers, and more. Each program has its own eligibility criteria and rules, but the core idea remains the same: providing targeted assistance through vouchers. Let's look at education vouchers in more detail. In some countries, governments provide vouchers to parents, allowing them to choose which school their child attends, public or private. The voucher covers all or part of the tuition, giving families more flexibility and choice. Schools then redeem these vouchers with the government for payment. This approach aims to improve educational outcomes by fostering competition and giving parents more control over their children's education. Housing vouchers are another common type. These programs help low-income families afford safe and decent housing. Eligible participants receive a voucher that covers a portion of their rent. They can use it at any landlord who accepts the program. The landlord receives the voucher as part of the rent payment and is reimbursed by the government. This system helps families access better housing options and promotes stability. Food voucher programs are designed to help individuals and families purchase nutritious food. Recipients receive vouchers that can be used at approved grocery stores or markets. The stores accept the vouchers as payment and are later reimbursed by the issuing agency. This ensures that assistance is spent on food and helps improve nutrition for those in need. Healthcare vouchers are used to make medical services more accessible. Eligible individuals receive vouchers that can be redeemed for specific healthcare services, such as doctor visits or medications. Healthcare providers accept the vouchers and are reimbursed by the program. This approach helps reduce barriers to care and ensures that support is used for health-related expenses. Transportation vouchers help people get to work, school, or medical appointments. These vouchers can be used for public transit, taxis, or ride-sharing services. The transportation provider accepts the voucher as payment and is reimbursed by the issuing agency. This makes it easier for people to travel, especially those who might otherwise struggle with transportation costs. Voucher programs are typically funded by governments, nonprofit organizations, or private companies. The source of funding often depends on the program's purpose. For example, public education or housing vouchers are usually government-funded, while some employee benefit vouchers might be provided by companies. The funding source is responsible for reimbursing providers who accept the vouchers. Eligibility for voucher programs varies depending on the program's goals. Some are targeted at low-income families, while others focus on specific groups, such as students, seniors, or people with disabilities. Applicants usually need to meet certain criteria, such as income limits or residency requirements. The goal is to ensure that vouchers reach those who need them most. Vouchers can be distributed in several ways. Some programs mail physical vouchers to recipients, while others use electronic vouchers that can be accessed via smartphones or cards. The distribution method depends on the program's resources and the needs of the target population. Electronic vouchers are becoming more common because they're easier to manage and harder to lose. To use a voucher, recipients present it to an approved provider like a store, school, or landlord. The provider verifies the voucher and accepts it as payment for the specified goods or services. Afterward, the provider submits the voucher to the issuing authority for reimbursement. This process ensures that the value of the voucher is transferred from the funder to the provider, benefiting the recipient. Once a provider accepts a voucher, they must submit it to the issuing authority for reimbursement. This usually involves providing proof of the transaction and following specific procedures. The authority reviews the claim and, if everything checks out, pays the provider the value of the voucher. This process ensures accountability and prevents misuse. Voucher programs offer several advantages. They provide targeted assistance, ensuring that support goes directly to those who need it. Vouchers also give recipients more choice and flexibility, allowing them to select the goods or services that best meet their needs. Additionally, these programs can encourage competition among providers, potentially improving quality and efficiency. Despite their benefits, voucher programs also have some drawbacks. For example, they may not cover the full cost of goods or services, leaving recipients to pay the difference. There's also the risk that some providers might not participate, limiting choices. Additionally, managing and monitoring voucher programs can be complex and require significant administrative resources. Voucher programs must be carefully managed to prevent fraud and misuse. This includes verifying recipient eligibility, tracking voucher usage, and auditing providers. Electronic vouchers can help reduce fraud by making transactions easier to monitor and harder to duplicate. Regular oversight is essential to maintain the integrity of the program. Voucher programs differ from cash assistance in important ways. With vouchers, recipients can only use the benefit for specific goods or services, ensuring funds are spent as intended. Cash assistance, on the other hand, gives recipients more freedom but less control over how the money is used. Each approach has its pros and cons, depending on the program's goals. Voucher programs have a long history, dating back to the early 20th century. They were first used in education and food assistance, and have since expanded to many other areas. Over time, these programs have evolved to address changing needs and incorporate new technologies, such as electronic vouchers and digital tracking. Voucher programs are used around the world, with different countries adapting them to local needs. For example, some nations use vouchers to support education choice, while others focus on food security or healthcare. The flexibility of voucher programs makes them a popular tool for addressing a wide range of social challenges. With advances in technology, many voucher programs now use digital vouchers. These can be delivered via email, text message, or smartphone apps. Digital vouchers are easier to manage, reduce the risk of loss or theft, and make tracking and reporting more efficient. This shift is making voucher programs more accessible and secure. Despite the rise of digital options, paper vouchers are still used in many programs, especially where digital access is limited. Paper vouchers are physical documents that recipients present to providers. While they're simple to use, they can be lost, stolen, or counterfeited, which is why many programs are moving toward electronic solutions. Most vouchers have an expiration date to ensure they're used within a certain time frame. This helps programs manage budgets and prevents vouchers from being stockpiled or misused. Recipients need to be aware of these dates to make sure they don't miss out on the benefits. For voucher programs to work, providers like stores, schools, or landlords must agree to accept vouchers. Programs often have a network of approved providers who meet certain standards. This ensures that recipients have access to quality goods and services and that providers are properly reimbursed. Effective voucher programs require ongoing monitoring and evaluation. This involves tracking voucher distribution, usage, and outcomes to ensure the program is meeting its goals. Regular reviews help identify problems, improve efficiency, and ensure that resources are being used effectively. Running a voucher program involves administrative costs, such as processing applications, distributing vouchers, and reimbursing providers. Programs must balance these costs with the benefits they provide. Efficient management and the use of technology can help reduce administrative expenses. Technology plays a key role in modern voucher programs. Electronic vouchers, online applications, and digital tracking systems make programs more efficient and secure. Technology also helps prevent fraud and makes it easier for recipients and providers to participate. Implementing voucher programs can be challenging. Issues like ensuring provider participation, preventing fraud, and managing administrative costs require careful planning. Programs must also adapt to changing needs and technologies to remain effective and relevant. Let's examine a real-world example. School voucher programs in the United States. These programs provide families with vouchers to pay for private school tuition. Supporters argue that this increases educational choice and competition, while critics worry it may divert funds from public schools. The debate continues, but school vouchers remain a significant part of the education policy landscape. Another example is the Housing Choice Voucher Program, also known as Section 8, in the United States. This program helps low-income families afford housing in the private market. Participants pay a portion of their income toward rent, and the voucher covers the rest. The program aims to promote housing stability and reduce homelessness. Food voucher programs, such as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, in the United States, help millions of people buy groceries. Recipients receive electronic benefit cards that work like debit cards at approved stores. This system ensures that assistance is spent on food and helps improve nutrition for low-income families. In some countries, healthcare vouchers are used to improve access to medical services. For example, maternal health voucher programs provide pregnant women with vouchers for prenatal care, delivery, and postnatal services. This approach helps ensure that mothers and babies receive essential care, especially in underserved areas. Transportation voucher programs are used in many cities to help people get to work, school, or medical appointments. For example, some programs provide low-income workers with vouchers for bus or subway fares. This support helps remove transportation barriers and increases access to opportunities. Voucher programs can have a significant impact on individuals and communities. By providing targeted assistance, they help people access essential goods and services, improve quality of life, and promote social inclusion. The effectiveness of these programs depends on good design, management, and oversight. Public opinion about voucher programs varies. Some people see them as an effective way to provide support and increase choice, while others worry about potential downsides, such as reduced funding for public services. The success of a voucher program often depends on how well it addresses community needs and concerns. When designing voucher programs, policymakers must consider factors like eligibility, funding, provider participation, and oversight. Clear rules and transparent processes are essential for building trust and ensuring that programs achieve their intended goals. The future of voucher programs is likely to involve more digital solutions, greater flexibility, and improved data tracking. As technology advances, programs can become more efficient, secure, and responsive to changing needs. Ongoing innovation will shape how voucher programs evolve in the years ahead. Critics of voucher programs argue that they can divert resources from public services, create inequalities, or be difficult to manage. Addressing these concerns requires careful program design, strong oversight, and ongoing evaluation to ensure that voucher programs deliver real benefits. Countries around the world use voucher programs in different ways. For example, Sweden uses school vouchers to promote educational choice, while Kenya has used health vouchers to improve maternal care. These examples show how voucher programs can be adapted to fit local needs and priorities. Successful voucher programs share some key features: clear goals, strong management, effective oversight, and responsive design. Engaging stakeholders like recipients and providers in program development can also improve outcomes and build support. No program is perfect, and voucher programs have their limitations. They may not reach everyone in need, and some recipients may face barriers to using vouchers, such as lack of participating providers or digital access. Recognizing these limitations is important for ongoing improvement. Innovations in voucher programs include mobile apps, real-time tracking, and partnerships with private companies. These advances make programs more user-friendly and efficient, helping to ensure that support reaches those who need it most. Let's clarify the core concept. A voucher is a certificate or coupon that represents a specific value and can be exchanged for goods or services. It's a targeted way to provide support, ensuring that benefits are used for their intended purpose. Vouchers are central to many social assistance programs worldwide. A voucher program is a structured system where eligible individuals receive vouchers to access specific goods or services. The program is designed to target support, manage resources efficiently, and ensure accountability. Voucher programs are used in education, housing, food, healthcare, and more. In summary, voucher programs are a powerful tool for delivering targeted assistance. They help people access essential goods and services, offer flexibility and choice, and can be adapted to a wide range of needs. While there are challenges and limitations, ongoing innovation and careful management can help ensure that voucher programs continue to make a positive impact. Thanks for watching, and we hope you now have a clearer understanding of how voucher programs work.